Hey everyone, Jamie with Port St. Lucie Mortgage Brokers. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to share with you my experience with my open houses that I did today. But first, this is my first YouTube video, so hopefully you like it. Let me know how it goes. Put the comments below and like and subscribe and all the fun stuff we do on YouTube to support the channels. So I'll start with this house that I've been tracking on Realtor.com. So over the last few months, I've been tracking a home, and this specific home is a new build. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, your typical single-family home here in the Port St. Lucie area. It's kind of in the southwest area of Port St. Lucie, kind of behind, on the Rosser area, behind Walmart and Sam's. Now, this specific home caught my attention because gradually it's been dropping in price, right? Well, earlier in the week, I received a notification that the house had a significant price drop, $30,000. Now, keep in mind that this house started or was at some point at $530,000. Today, we're at $409,000. I mean, that's a price drop 20% easily. So obviously, I'm curious to know if it's the market or is it the house, right? Because sometimes it could be the house. It could be facing the highway. It could be next to a house that hasn't been taken care of, right? Or something along those lines. So it's been catching my attention. So coincidentally, I received a notification saying that there was an open house this week. And I was like, perfect, right? Like I get to go look at the house. And of course, if I'm going to take a trip out there to look at the house, I'm going to kind of look at other houses in the area. Walk in, introduce myself, what I like to do on the open houses. So I planned it out, and I got 3 houses, right? I got the subject house, this house that I've been talking about, and then 2 other ones. And the funny part about it is that I found these 2 very good comparables to this house, but for different reasons. So one of the houses that I got to compare it to is, and again, this is maybe a 1-mile radius, maybe 2-mile radius, but like really close in the same neighborhood. This first house that I found and I stopped at is a new construction, right? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage, kind of like the same, similar square footage, same, neither or were in the corner lots. I mean, basically the same typical home here in Port St. Lucie. Our subject property, our subject home is at $409,000. This house is selling for $425,000, right? So the first thought that crosses my mind is, will somebody be willing to pay $425,000 when there's a very similar home down the street somewhere for $409,000, right? And are we on this pace of trying to lower the prices to get that first bid? And then I find this other home, again, same general area, for the exact same price, $409,000. But now this home is an older home. It's a frame home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I think it was 2 baths. 2-car garage, but a pool. So of course now my mind starts thinking, right? Like would somebody rather have a home that kind of matches the new construction home, the 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage, but now has a pool? Or would somebody give up the pool to have a new home? And so now I got these 3 houses that I'm like, I got to look at all 3, right? So of course I make my plan, and I get to meet these really nice professional realtors. The first one was this Luz Rivera. She was hosting the open house. She's not, so none of the agents that were there were listing the home, which I'll kind of touch on that here in a minute. But Luz Rivera, very professional, very nice. We had a good conversation, but again, she wasn't seeing a lot of traffic. It didn't help that the house didn't have, the lights went out for whatever reason, but poor thing was like 80 degrees inside the house. So then I go to the second house, which is the subject house, new construction, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and I meet George, and this gentleman was hosting the open house, again, not his listings. He had 1 person walk in today, and the house is at $409,000, right? Now you go back 6 months, you do that, you got to run the block, right? You got to have people moving traffic for these cars, right? So one person besides me going out there, and I went there right before the open house ended. So, um, kind of concerning. All of these houses, none of them were next facing the highway. None of them were out of the ordinary. So very similar. And then the third house that I got to meet Justin, and I won't say his last name because I just would not do a good job of that. He was hosting the house, the open house, and we had a good conversation. He's newer in the business. Very smart guy though. Very smart guy. He very in tune with financing and the market, things like that. So if you ever reach out to him, it's a good person to have a conversation with. So anyway, so now I have these three houses that very similar, but which one's gonna go first? So now I have all three of these houses favorited, and I'm gonna be tracking these things, right? Like, is someone, because I know if you look at one, you're probably gonna look at the other. You're gonna see those other ones. Your realtor will most likely, because they're very similar. Which of these houses is gonna sell first, right? Is it gonna be the subject house, the 409 new construction? Is it gonna be this other house 425 for whatever reason? It could happen. Maybe it's a little further in or a little further out from traffic, closer to a school. I mean, maybe something 425. Or is someone gonna choose the older home that has a pool? You might have kids, right? Nobody may want to invest $40,000 in a pool. You got a pool right here, right? It might be a short term. So we'll see. Very intriguing. Will there be further price drops? Will they be converted into rentals? So many questions, but I got I have my mind full with this. It's gonna kill me just tracking these things. So hopefully there are some updates. Hopefully they all sell. I mean for both the seller and the agents, I hope they do sell pretty quickly. But kind of touching back on the agent situation. So none of these agents were the listing agents, and I found that weird because in this market, and I know that there may be more productive things to do. I get it. I've worked with a lot of agents, and but in today's market, I would think that the listing agent, or at least that the sellers are expecting that listing agent to be there, right? And I was kind of surprised that maybe in one or two, but all three. Maybe I was just lucky and hit all three that had guest host in there. But either way, these three guys and lady did a great job. They're very friendly, very kind, and very knowledgeable in their way. So I wish them very much luck, and hopefully they get some buyers and they get to be the buyer's agent on these homes. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'm not sure if I'm going to post another video on YouTube on it or maybe on my Facebook. So I'll put my Facebook connection down there or my link to my Facebook account. And then also the 3 links to these homes that I'm comparing. But let me know what you think when you see them, and we'll catch up next time. Talk to you soon. Bye.